and best insurance coverage available, maintaining the highest standard of excellence, which is absolutely no lie.
No, they're great. They're great. Always answering the phone. Always have the answers. Jerry's really good about returning calls. You know, for me, really good. Always there when I need him. It's fantastic. So love that guy. Love that guy. Love the whole insurance company. The whole Clemens family. You know, all successful in their own right. All right, we're coming in and landing in our first aircraft. I believe that's 1, 2, 3. Yep, we're coming in for our landing before we set out our second batch of aircraft. So we'll just be lining up right here, which is probably a good time for you to talk about some more sponsors.
Yeah. Well, real quick, we are going to talk about scores because after round 1, we have all 0, so no one is on the board.
Oh, really?
They're
not even on the board at all.
Not even
and
on
we
the board
were sure.
Man, there was a couple that definitely looked like they hit the tarp, but yeah, no.
You're telling me that they're going to trust the cameras over us? This is not right. This is not right. I'm sure we had it right.
I am a little upset that.
I mean, it's right there. We saw it.
Yeah, the Mark 1 does not lie.
Okay. All right.
The Mark 1 eyeball.
Mark 1.
Yes.
Is that a Leupold reference?
Is it?
Is that a Mark? No, those are Mark 5. I think that's a different kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we talking about scopes?
Yes, we are.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We weren't. Now we are.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then. All right. Binoculars, Swarovski.
Yeah.
I know what Swarovskis look like because it's my drool on the case around the windows, around those. So I look at them quite closely. So.
All right. So we got Brett. I don't know who his passenger is. Actually.
Oh, that's a good thing. I don't really know.
His passenger might be one of our production crew's moms.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's a nice thing about the cornhole, I got to call it, the aviation cornhole, is that you do take a passenger with you. So it gives someone an opportunity who has never flown before to go kind of get out there and do the thing with them.
Yeah.
So get to enjoy it and no skin off your back. And so pretty cool.
Yeah. And then if that's Jay flying, then I believe who's sitting in the left seat is Kelly, unless she was flying and Jay was the bombardier.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Doug coming around the corner in the Stinson. He gave us a nice grass landing. So we're going to get geared up for heat number 2 for the flower bombing competition. But until then, we're going to throw you to commercial. So we'll be right back after this message.
Connect with pilots worldwide. Watch your flights unfold with accurate terrain, scenery, altitude, ground speed, time, and flight path. Improving your wind situational awareness by reviewing your flight path with wind data. Invite friends to join you. Debriefing with peers is a blast. Balance striving with fun, never wasting a chance to document bragging rights or continue to improve by connecting with pilots and instructors who inspire you. Just tap the record.
What's up, Av Geeks and Stol Freaks? Welcome to Lone Star Stol here in beautiful Sulphur Springs, Texas. It's Luke Spore, everybody, 2019 American Legend Aircraft BOAC. A round of applause for Chuck Olmstead. In the gray and orange BOAC, Brian Shirley, everybody. Give a round of applause for Brian Steck sub 60 feet on that one. It's an unlimited class. It's what you've been waiting for. That's right, the beast mode coax, Colin Kaniva.
Oh my goodness gracious. Frank Knapp showing that he deserves to belong here. Whoa, that was legendary.
And welcome back to Appalachian Mountain STOL in Clarion, Pennsylvania. My name is Cam Walton, and to my left is Mr. Josh Richling, Mr. Tundra Tailwheel himself.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. See,
Yeah.
normally, I got this little guy right here, and I'm the Wild West guy.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
today I'm like the Wild West and the Tundra Tailwheel guy. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, so in case you're just joining us, we just had our first heat for the flower bombing / aviation cornhole, or aircraft cornhole, whichever one we're going with. We have no pilots on the board right now, so no points for the flower bombing competition. But heat number 2 is about to get started. We'll have our next 3 aircraft lined up. But until then, let's talk about Tundra Tailwheel.
All right. Well, Tundra Tailwheels, we're making we don't make a steerable tailwheel presently, but we're making a locking tailwheel of free castering. A lot of guys just take the locking mechanism out and just use it free castering.
Okay.
And we pretty much on all the bush planes, pretty much we're experimental now. However, there with a lot of changes with Mosaic could potentially impact us. I'm not exactly sure how that'll all play out, but we do have it on a lot of other aircraft that people do as owner supplied parts and other things like that. But just a precision made tailwheel. Been in business 11 years, and they're all handmade, hand fitted. Everything is put together. CNC'd exteriors, CNC'd interiors with a final fit, all done by hand, one at a time. About 8 hours to assemble each individual one. These are not a production tailwheel. They're all assembled, by hand. Takes a little bit of time, put in that extra work. And, you can check us out at tundratailwheels.com. I think it's tundratailwheel.com. I think it is.
Yeah, tundratailwheel.com.
Tundratailwheel.com.
Upgrade your aircraft today.
Yeah, that'd be great. Please do come check it out. Steve Henry's running it, which is a 4-time national champion in STOL and multi-time, 4 or 5-time in STOL drag.
Yeah.
Trent Palmer's running one integrated with the TK1 suspension. We're also integrating with Acme suspension as well. Tail springs, stingers, all sorts of different things coming up. And next thing we got coming up here soon is working on an RV tailwheel.
Yeah.
To kind of bring our innovations to the RV market as well.
Yeah, which I will be able to take full advantage of for the champ.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. 1946.
Yes, 46.
There's no way I just got that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right, here we go for our takeoff.
Got David Warren in the Super Cub.
All right, so that's going to be our orders. David.
Yeah. David Warren, number 67.
Sorry, yeah. There it is. Okay. Super Cub, David Warren. What a nice guy. He was so helpful out at Sun and Fun this past year. They fell in love with him, and they're doing everything they can to get him back to come help. Just a super helpful volunteer and great pilot. And,
yeah.
Just a great all-around individual, as most everyone is here, including Matt here, who's coming up in the Yamaha-powered Kit Fox.
Matt Dorsey.
Yeah, Matt
In
Dorsey.
the Apex-powered Yamaha.
Apex.
Or not Yamaha Kit Fox, but yes.
It is actually Yamaha Kit Fox. Well, yeah, I guess it is. But these next 2 aircraft are both Yamaha-powered.
Yeah.
And These are Yamaha engines that were pulled. These are the Apex. So these ones were removed from a snowmobile and converted with a gearbox created by Skytrax and Teal Jenkins, and put those together. And you get they're a little bit lighter than a traditional engine, and significantly more power in being naturally aspirated. These are not the same engine that Steve Henry runs. He's running the newer 3-cylinder model. These ones are potentially could run a lot more power.
Yep.
I've heard of these running 900 horse. These are not doing that, but you wouldn't want to put one of those in an airplane. But with all this extra power and performance of that Yamaha, it's not going to help you in this sport at all.
Yeah.
It does nothing for them other than keep them in the air. Yeah. When I say this sport, I mean cornhole.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, no, it does not matter what your power is.
Yeah.
You are.
See, look at this pattern. He's like, man, pattern? What do you mean pattern? I'm just going to come in here and land where the dot is.
Yep.
So
our last pilot takeoff was Dennis Rowe. He's from Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, so he's a local guy.
A local?
Yeah.
Vandergrift. That's, I've sent him some tail wheels, and I remember writing that down on some shipping containers. Vandergrift. That's right. I'm like, that's an interesting. Actually, I want to say
he's running Tundra tail wheel.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I sent him for some of the builds that he does.
Okay.
I want to say that he. I think he lives on Row. His name of his road is Row.
Nice.
Rowway. That tells you he's a big deal, right? In his town.
Yeah.
All right, here comes our first one out the Super Cub. It is off. And it is off.
Yes, it is pretty short, which from our perspective, it looked pretty short.
So I'm thinking for the ones that we thought were on and they weren't, the ones that we know are not on are nowhere close.
Yeah.
This is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah. It's so much going on right now. We've got, right now, we kind of have a quartering tailwind. Looking at the flags right now, so a left quartering tailwind.
Jeez, like which flag are you looking at? They're all over the place.
Oh yeah, they're really all over the place. Some of them are pinned in place because our.
And it's off, and a little left, long.
Yeah, just looks short and to the left. Left of center for Matt Dorsum.
Matt Dorsum, yeah.
Yes, dang.
All right.
Next
Denny?
up. Yep. Denny Rowe.
Dennis Rowe.
In Hee Haw.
I call him Dennis.
Yeah.
He's going to have to change his name. And he's off. Oh, that looked late.
Oh, yeah.
Late. But it sure exploded on impact, didn't it?
Yeah.
And he's flying. His passenger is Sean, one of our volunteers here. Came and picked me and Anitra up from the hotel this morning.
Yes.
2-hour drive he came to come get us. That was so nice of him. Let's see here.
Yeah, he was very accommodating. He said, I can leave tonight or we can do it in the morning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got delayed in weather, so he wouldn't have been home till after 1 a.m., so it kind of made sense to stay there.
I was sawing wood at 1 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't feeling so hot, huh?
Nah.
It happens.
Now I just got the runny nose.
All right. Well, looks like that Super Cub. I'm going to call that more than 100 feet right now.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. And we're going to see this firsthand from the drone footage hovering up there in the sky. It is short and left. Oh, I can actually do that.
Oh,
I was able to zone it in. That is so cool. All right. There we go. Now we can see what you guys are seeing.
Yep. Thanks to our
for a
photographer from Clarion from the board.
Hovering in that drone so stable is this view that you may or may not be seeing right now of the target.
All right, Matt Dorsum on short final. Let's see what his passenger is going to do.
Late.
We got a release.
That was late.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah.
You know what's cool though? That really looks like the same spot that it landed last time for him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was at least in the y-axis, at least from here.
Right.
From our y-axis.
Right. And we know the truth, right? So
we do know the truth.
At least they're learning.
The Mark I eyeball does not lie.
No. All right.
Dennis Rowe in Hee Haw. His look pretty consistent as well.
Yeah.
And we've got that rear.
I got the view that probably the rest of everybody's having.
Yeah.
Nowhere close. I'm going to have to say we were wrong on that one.
Yeah.
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 Not close. Not close at all. Yeah. And for the folks in the crowd, y'all are with us, right? You guys.
Oh, yeah.
You think they're close, right? Yeah. That's right. They're right on. That's right. Apparently, this camera, they're nowhere close. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good to me, too. I agree with you. That's our team over there.
Yeah.
All right. That's perfect. So here we go with the Super Cub. And it's off. And
Ooh.
nope.
Yeah, still no points on the board so far. This is our second heat for the flower bombing competition.
Mm-hmm.
And in case you're just joining us and you're wondering where are the short takeoff and landings, we are doing a flower bomb competition that we have changed, actually. So it was just straight up flower bombing.
Yeah.
Now it's
Cornhole.
Is it aviation or aircraft cornhole?
Oh, that's a good one. Aircraft corn. Well,
let's do. Yeah.
Let's call it fixed wing cornhole, because if it's in something else, you know,
dude, yeah.
that'd be a little bit different. And we will get to the STOL. We're going to do spot landing next, and then STOL. So it's not just that for those of you joining us. We're just doing this first. Get the warm up there, and it's off and long. That's a little tough to see right there. I don't know where that one ended up.
I don't think it exploded. It looks like Anitra's over there picking up the whole package.
Yep.
That's interesting. I wonder how tightly that was wrapped.
If you don't take the tape off, it's really tough to get this little bits of flour to bust open.
Okay.
I know some places use the entire bag of flour.
Yeah.
Those bust open pretty nice. It gets kind of pricey, though.
Yeah.
And there we go. Oh, that was really close. I was
Okay.
just past it on the right side.
All right. Yeah, looks like it was past it, maybe 5 feet and probably 7 feet, like to the 45.
Yeah, or 7.2 maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, somewhere right
I
around.
like that number.
Right around exactly there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Approximate.
Yeah.
An approximation.
Yeah. Oh, so in my hands I have the drone remote control, and if I touched it, I could make that thing move. Because I don't do like if I can crash a video game like in about 2 seconds, you know. You know, I was invited. Where was it, at Reno with the Mark Patey's family over there, and we're playing some video games. Well, they're playing video games, and they're really good at it.
Oh.
And they're like, "Hey, you want to play?" And I'm like, no, I'm not really good at it. Like, okay, they hand me the remote. Oh, it was disastrous. I'm just terrible at it.
Terrible.
Yeah, and they were so gracious. They didn't even laugh that hard at me.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they know me better now. They'll probably laugh a lot harder. So, yeah. But yeah, that's very cool. I'm going to hand this back to the god of the skies there.
Yes. Yep. So David Warren just landed. So we had our 3 runs for the fixed wing cornhole.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did.
No points on the board.
Nobody
once again.
can hit it.
All right.
According to the drone, no one can hit it.
Yeah.
Did you hear Belgium just got a new drone?
No.
Yeah, they got the MQ-9 from General Atomics.
Okay, yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
Or did they say that? I don't know. I'm sure it is. MQ-9 is made by General Atomics.
Yeah.
So Belgium just got it for, helping people out and surveillance and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah,
so
there are a lot of different apertures, as they like to say, and different spectrum cameras that are on the MQ-9.
Yeah.
You might know it as the MQ-9 Reaper.
Ooh, there's going to be a dip there. Is he ready for that? Here it comes.
would-
He caught it. Caught it. There it is. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that butterfly better get out the way if it knows what's good for it.
Yeah.
160 horsepower on that
160.
Yamaha Apex.
Yep.
From
Yep.
Mad Dog.
Yes. It's got a little enhancement in the ignition, I understand. The other, there's the track there.
Yeah.
So the other difference, because, the Yamaha had advertised, 150 horsepower when those were put in the sleds years ago. And then Yamaha has a history of downgrading their engines, and which is great because then no one complains. Like, you said it was this, and it was only this. Yamaha's always the opposite, so that works pretty good. So I don't know if other companies do that or not, but yeah. But yep. So they're back in there now, and so does that conclude then first run? Or are they going to do?
I believe that that it concludes. Yeah.
Okay, and we have nobody scored.
Nobody scored.
That is how hard this is to do. And these are guys that have won STOL competitions before, some of these guys, and at least one of them, I think. And that's how it's easier for them to put their airplane on the map than it is to get a bag of flour onto the map. So
yeah.
Yes. So.
All right. Well, while we get set up for our next competition, we are going to go to commercial break.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Connect with pilots worldwide. Watch your flights unfold with accurate range, scenery, altitude, ground speed, time, and flight path. Improving your wind situational awareness by reviewing your flight path with wind data. Invite friends to join you. Debriefing with peers is a blast. Balance striving with fun. Never wasting a chance to win bragging rights. We continue to improve by connecting with pilots and instructors who inspire you. Just record.
It's a kind of a different experience buying a Legend Cub because you're buying from the owners of the company. You're going to meet everybody that's going to work with you ahead of time. They're experts at every little facet of it. You pretty much can do as much of the aircraft as you're capable, and they'll kind of hold your hand through the rest of it. So I couldn't recommend it higher than truly a wonderful experience. You show up and you watch how all the fuselages are all TIG welded, and their processes are second to none. They build by far the nicest airplane, lightest componentry, great styling. Ron, their painter, is spectacular. It's not like any other buying experience. You are truly buying into a family. A lot of longtime employees. I'm friends with a lot of the guys that helped build my airplane. Legend Cub owners typically buy an airplane and never sell that airplane. You won't find very many of them used for sale on the market. I think you get a slightly different owner with a Legend Cub. It's not just an airplane to them. It's a piece of art. It's a piece of them. It's custom designed and built for them. Any option you want is available. Hard to get much better than this.
And welcome back to Appalachian Mountain STOL in Clarion, Pennsylvania. We have just concluded the flower bombing, aka what we've been affectionately calling it as a fixed wing cornhole.
Fixed wing cornhole, I like
Fixed wing
that.
cornhole, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a new word.
It is. And so now what we're getting geared up for is the spot landing competition. So they're going to get 2 touch and goes, and then land on your spot on the 3rd go. So
the first 2 they're not having to
I think
stop.
It's
because it's one of those counts because it's a landing. I got you. I got you. A little slow over here.
No. Actually,
Okay.
I don't know if it's just that, because it could be that, right? It could totally be that. You don't actually.
They don't
need
have to stop.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. So spot landing competition is going to be different from our traditional STOL competition, where as opposed to landing as close as you can to the line or taking off as short as you can, you are just calling your spot just Babe Ruthing it, just calling your shot and then going for it. And you don't have to stop. It's literally just a spot landing competition. If you land on your spot, then you get points. I don't know how the points are going to be divvied out, but we're going to get them from race control. And then once that's done, they're going to have 2 touch and goes, and the last one is going to be full stop landing.
So what's tougher about this, I imagine, is that as a judge, you have to know when they touch down, whereas in traditional STOL, you only have to know where that they made it across the line and that they come to a stop, which is really easy. So this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is really going to be tough.
A little bit tougher.
They're going to put a lot of time in with the Mark 1 eyeball for sure. Yep, so it looks like we are about to get started up, get our aircraft running in the pits. And this is all 1 heat, so this is not going to be 2 heats like our last competition was. Everybody's going to take off, so we have newcomer Jay Longley, and then Dennis Rowe, Matt Dorsum, David Warren, and then Doug Auclair. They're going to be participating in the spot landing competition. And if you can't tell, it's cold out here. I mean, I am bundled up. I've got two hoodies on.
I'm getting another sweater on.
Yeah, Josh said that he's getting another sweater on. Like it is. I was looking forward to some 70s, somewhere in the 70s. When the sun is out, it's great. But we are more than just partly cloudy. And so once the sun gets obscured, we are just dying.
Yeah, it's largely that wind when we're sitting still not doing anything.
Okay, so right now race control is letting us know that they are flipping the measurements for spot landing. So we'll get started here in just a few minutes.
Flipping the measurements, what does that mean?
I think we're talking about, well, maybe we're switching lines, like switching sides. Because if they were taking off from where we were earlier, they're going to have a left quartering tailwind.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be conducive to, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. Well, it's still going to matter for a spot landing competition because you're going to get blown further past the spot that you really want, right, with the tailwind.
Yeah.
So any type of, I mean, when it comes to airplanes, like any type of headwind is what you want. So it is, so even if it is like a right crosswind, I mean, whatever angle is best for the nose of the aircraft, we're going to try and put that, the nose of the aircraft into the wind as much as possible.
You know, I've always been a big fan of just forcing it on. You know, my flight instructor said, don't, and I'm like, you mean force it on? And that kind of goes like that. And so I've repaired some, you know, gear legs and some stuff. That's how I got into fabrication, is just wrecking a lot of planes. Forcing it on. It's like, I think I should start a company called Force It On Aviation. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Somebody out there is going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and you get, so as a private pilot, as a student pilot, learning how to land an aircraft, yeah, it's instinctive. You're like in ground effect, right? So like, I remember my first time actually landing an aircraft, and it was like, cool, we're going down really fast. We're going down really fast, and then you hit ground effect. And then everything's really chill. You know, you got flaps deployed if you have flaps in your airplane, and you feel really confident. And you're like, you know, we're only like 5 feet, maybe 2 feet, looks like. Let's just chop the power and just push the stick down. And it's not what you really want to do too often, if ever, unless...
See, now you sound like my instructor. You know? I'm like, I thought it was a good idea. You keep saying it's not a good... They're like, it's not a good idea, and you're going to hurt the... Whatever. I mean,
you know, if you have big tires...
Technically, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Technically. But, you know, honestly, if you are learning in like a big Alaskan bush wheel, huge tire aircraft, like, you can plop it on. You can force it down.
And in these old Cessna 150s and 172s, they're from like the 1970s. I mean, maybe you could get one in the 80s. And the way I look at it, they need a new nose gear anyway.
Yeah.
They're old.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just helping them along, you know? Like, oh, watch this.
Like, how much nitrogen is in here?
Yeah. No, but I'll get my private soon. My 5th instructor said that they're going to maybe get me to that point.
I don't like how you said 5th instructor like it was a problem.
I think, it's all them. It's not me.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you are a student pilot, if you're wishing and longing to be in airplanes and fly airplanes, it is okay to have to have gone through multiple instructors.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't let any private pilot, shun you just because you went through 10 instructors.
I know. Don't let their words of, I will never fly with you again, discourage you. Okay?
Because somebody else will.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you being dangerous, like some of the words they've used, is in the military could potentially be helpful at certain times.
It could be.
It's all perspective is the way I look at it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's using all the tools in the toolbox.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And, until then, I'll just let Steve Henry keep doing the flying in my crew, and then we'll just keep doing it that way. So
we've got a, is this a 182 straight tail?
That looks like a 172 straight tail.
Okay, it is a little tiny.
I'm winging it. 172. Doesn't it look small? The engine looks small.
Yeah.
What do you think, boss? 172? Rock, paper, scissors. What is it? I'm going to go 172 straight tail. And
beautiful aircraft. And like you were saying, forcing it on, I mean, you're going to notice it in these airplanes because they have 6 and 8 inch tires. You're going to feel it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that's why you do all the right things as a student pilot, and then you somehow come upon money and just go out and buy a big old bush wheel backcountry airplane and just plop it on.
Yeah. And I want you to make a guide on how to get to that point, just so you can. Just so I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I do fabrication on aircraft, more so than flying. But I was recently talking about forcing it on. I was sent a picture the other day from an aircraft. Here we're taking off. Dennis Rowe here.
Yeah.
And this aircraft had cut its own tire with its prop. So then I thought, that's not right. Who would design an airplane for it? And, I was in the process of rebuilding another plane and was deep into the welding of it. And I thought, I saw it. And I'm like, that's weird. That shouldn't happen. Who would do that?
Yeah.
And then I just forgot about it. Well, one of my other buddies in the group brought up the good point that said, hey, check your motor mount. It's like I was in a different zone at that moment.
Yeah.
They checked the motor mount, and sure enough, somebody had been forcing it on too much, broke the top of the motor mount, and the engine bent down into the tire and cut its own nose wheel. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
That is impressive takeoff.
Yeah, that's really nice takeoff.
Fox. Yeah.
Matt Dorsum in Mad Dog, race number 95.
Awesome.
The Yamaha-powered Kit Fox.
Yeah, so we're going to have 5 aircraft in the pattern right now because it's going to go quick. They're not stopping for this spot landing competition.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have some extended downwinds while we get David and Doug off the ground.
I tell you, I won a spot landing competition once.
Really?
I did. I took first place. I got a fuel card and everything to prove it. I did.
That's
And I hate to say it, but you know who had to beat out to get it?
Who?
Steve Henry. Steve Henry.
Wow.
And you know what? Steve Henry had been out practicing, which I hadn't. He'd been out practicing in the dirt, and they came in, and his tires were covered in dirt. He landed 1 inch too short, on the line. And if he hadn't been practicing in the dirt, they never would have saw the dirt on the track, and he would have taken it. But him practicing in the dirt gave it away, but just by 1 inch.
All right, so the 172 is going to land on the asphalt.
Really? Okay, that's all right. Look at that Stinson.
Yeah,
beautiful.
that big dorsal, big, huge tail.
That is a big tail.
Yeah, it's so distinctive. You see them at Oshkosh. You don't even need to walk up to see the nameplate. It's a Stinson 108.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. As, in stark contrast to, say, like a Lance Air, little Lance Air or something. They got the little tiny tails on them.
Yep. So this is Jay Longley. It's going to land on the asphalt for our spot landing competition. And then touch and go.
I think I'm going to call that a scratch. Would you call it a scratch?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Is their line the same as the main line right here?
We do not have. So I don't know where he is calling his spot, because I think they're calling them.
Oh, they're calling them.
I don't know if they are actually using the line, or maybe he is. I think we'll get that figured out here in just a moment. But
I can't imagine they're calling it, because then the judges would have to run around everywhere.
that would be.
I would think it would be one location, but we got somebody going really wide over here,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what that's about. We got somebody. Oh, because somebody's taking off on the main runway.
Oh yeah, and the straight tail 172. Beautiful airplane.
Yes, it is.
Some transient traffic.
That's what that is. Such a classic airplane. That straight tail.
Race control is saying that they might be doing some touch and goes.
All right. Well, here we come on final. This looks like Denny Rowe. I see some green on those wings.
Yep. Those bright wig-wag lights.
Yeah. Wonder when Denny changed his name to Denny instead of Dennis. It's always been Dennis for me.
It was always Dennis for me.
It was you to you as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Denny. Oh.
That's that's what the locals call him.
That is, yeah. We invested in that restaurant. I've been calling them that ever since. And here we go.
All right. And he's on the go.
Those judges are not too far from that line. That's looking really good.
I think you're right. They have to be using this line.
Have to, right?
Yeah. That's cool, though.
Yeah. I like that. I'm going to force it on Denny. He's going to love that. All right. Matt Dorson and the Kit Fox got a little...
Got a little burble.
Yeah, I did get a burble there.
Yeah. You can see some of the heat out there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
I'm going to call scratch.
Yeah. I don't know what that would be rated, but that nice right main landing was very smooth.
It was.
It didn't look like it was going to be, and then it was just like, last second.
Yeah, it looked early. Now here you've got the Super Cub, which has a much smaller profile of a flap, which maybe not be as affected as much by these burbles.
Yeah.
I don't know that to be true. Oh boy. Boy, they're just moving all around, aren't they?
Yeah.
This you know what it is? I'm seeing a distinct tailwind here on most of the flags. That's got to be part of the problem. They're coming in way faster than they think they should be, and then when they get to the speed they think they should be, they're sinking because they got that tailwind.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling.
What's the term they call that there at the airports? The real pilots, they call it like wind shear. Wind shear, I think they call that. That was smooth.
Yeah, and speaking of
That
thin
was
flaps,
really smooth.
the flaps on that Stinson are giving me like 170A, like just very anemic looking. They just don't look very huge in comparison to the chord line of the wing.
Do you remember the 140, Cessna 140?
Yeah.
Those flaps are nearly useless. Absolutely useless. The 120 didn't have them, so the 140, they added them, and like, that's got to be better than that, and you'd think it would be. Okay, so
all right.
I can log both of those landings.
Yeah. A little pilot-induced oscillation.
It's okay. When you're in a tailwind, that stuff's going to happen.
Yeah,
you're just trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, that is not a negative mark. I mean,
and this isn't a weak tailwind either. These flags are really moving. I'm going to call. I'm calling 10.
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah? Yeah, 10, and that's tough to do.
I'm going to use my electronic flight book real quick and see if I can get local weather. We don't have weather here.
Yeah, even Denny's having a tough time staying in the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is challenging conditions. So those of us that aren't pilots or student pilots learning. Like you're witnessing a tailwind. Pilots do not like, the airplanes don't like landing in tailwinds.
Yeah. If this continues, at least they're carrying a lot of airspeed with them. But if this continues, when we move over to the actual STOL portion of it, I'm sure we're going to be moving over.
We'll definitely switch to this runway. But when you're getting pushed, that's what's happening right now. Like you are used to a sight picture, you're used to an airspeed, and then all of a sudden you're getting pushed by the wind. And so your landing spot that you're thinking of, because what happens is you call a landing spot. This is like normal landings. You see your spot, and then you usually touch down within 200 feet of that spot.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Matt Dorsum in Mad Dog, the Yamaha Apex powered Kit Fox. So yeah, you're used to the sight picture, you're used to airspeeds, you're used to seeing the world go by at a certain rate after you've done way too many landings to count, and then all of a sudden the wind is pushing you.
Yes.
And you're like, oh,
yes.
I'm going further than I want. It's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we just got informed that we are not changing runways for STOL. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's moving around too much. Yeah, circling around too much. And so we'll wait here in a second. And like, for example, right now, it looks like the wind died at this end.
Yeah.
Still moving over there. Yeah, the windsock over here looks nearly dead. Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with these trees, I'm sure. It comes over the trees and switches directions. Yeah. So he's saying it's not worth switching at this time because it's moving all over the place. So, and they are in control.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the boss man's. What they say goes.
Jerry Drew approaching us, letting us know about the wind conditions and that we are not switching that runway.
And he walked 100 yards over here, so he meant it.
Yes.
He's like, I'm going to let these guys know what's up. If I'm going to walk that far, they're going to listen to me. And we did. That's right. He is the boss. All right, we got that last 172.
Ooh.
Couple little bounces.
Yeah,
3,
bounces.
4. I got that okay, and that's okay. We have the STOL competitions and the spot landing stuff, and we encourage everyone from all levels of aviation, from people who just got their pilot's license to who knows, maybe someday there'll be a student flying with a flight instructor wanting to do this.
Oh yeah, we've had that happen.
That would be really cool. That would be cool. Most of those are because they lost the medical or something like that.
Yeah, we've had that. We've had that happen.
And they can still do it. So everybody is encouraged to come out. You don't have to be an expert to do this. You just need to, know how to fly your airplane safely and manage it. And so there's Denny there showing us how not to.
It around.
Yeah, he's like, ground loop what?
Yeah.
He's like, I'll fix this. No, Denny is running our tail wheel there, the Tundra tail wheels on his plane. So he's able to totally free casting. He has no steering, and he had that much control at that speed with a tailwind. It can be done. Some people feel uncomfortable about, it doesn't steer. Well, you just saw it steered just fine. So and no shimmy, which is the big thing
That's the big thing.
No shimmy.
Yeah, mine.
Yep,
mine will tend to shimmy at times.
Yeah.
Usually that's my own fault, landing too fast.
Yeah.
Just letting the tail settle down.
Right.
A little too early.
Yeah. Not me. I just force it on.
See?
Yep.
There you go.
Force it on John.
Plant it.
Boy, he's just got that. It's just tough.
Yeah. Matt Dorsum.
Maybe he'll make it down there to the pavement this time. Yeah. Now that he knows there's a hole there on the side of the runway. Boy, his Super Cub's rocking. Look at that wings rocking back and forth. Look at that. Definitely some turbulence at this moment at that altitude.
Yeah.
Look at him all over the place.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's hitting his tail. Yeah, he's just, he is working it.
Yeah, he is really working
it.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Nice work. Yeah. That is not a beginner skill to do what he's doing right there.
It really isn't.
No, that's not his first rodeo on that airplane. You can tell.
Man.
That is some skill flying right there.
Yeah, Mr. David Warren.
David Warren.
Yeah. When you see a Super Cub with a belly pod, it means business.
Yeah. Like, I'm going places.
Yeah.
And I've been places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Doug Auclair.
Now,
in
the 108
Stinson.
just being a bigger airplane, you'd think it's it's carrying a lot more weight with it, a lot more momentum.
Yeah, that gear is.
Yeah, he probably won't stop by the time that cross comes across there on the pavement.
No.
There he goes. There he goes. Oh, he got on those brakes hard afterwards, though.
Yeah, he did.
Good. He knows how to work that thing.
All right. Let's go get it turned around.
Okay.
And while we're getting set up for the actual, so now we've done the spot landing, we've done the flower bombing, and so then we're going to get into our actual namesake, the National STOL actual competition. But before we do that, let's thank some of our local sponsors, and I'm going to do my best not to butcher some of these names.
I was thinking the same thing earlier, and I'm like, I'm glad Cam's got this.
Oh man, Ryan was doing this last year, and he butchered some names, and like they got in, they got in the chat and was like, no.
Oh boy.
Okay,
oh boy.
Don't.
Here we go.
Don't come at me, bro.
Here
All
we
right,
go. I'm
Discover
gonna
Clarion.
help you out.
Okay, we've got Discover Clarion. They have been super welcoming for us. And very instrumental in bringing this competition back to Clarion this year. So the tourism board for the Discover Clarion, we thank them. Independence Health Systems. Here's the name that Ryan was getting yelled at about last year. It's Creeble Energy. I'm going to go with that.
Nope, that's wrong.
All right.
No, I don't know that's wrong. But sometimes you put a sponsor's name up and you spell it wrong or something like that, and it catches everyone's eye. And like, what did they mean by that?
Yeah.
And now it's like extra advertising. So you are welcome, and thank you for your support.
Yes.
And everybody's going to talk about that more. It's like, how do I pronounce that? Why does you guys get that right?
Then we have Janie, Microtel by Wyndham, Hampton Inn and Suites, Foxburg Inn, University Corner, Central Electric Cooperative, and Clarion Area Chamber of Business and Industry.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. We really thank the support of all the individuals and groups that do that to support this event for the locals. And today is the practice day. We're hoping to see a lot more people out. I understand that people have a lot of work here on these days, so it makes it kind of challenging for them. So appreciate everybody out there working hard, doing what they do to support the community and their families. And we just want to thank everybody for their support.
All right, so we are going to go straight into STOL. We're not going to have a commercial break or anything.
Okie dokie.
We will go over our pilots competing today. We might have a little bit updated list. But we've got race number 57, Dennis Rowe in the 2000 Just Highlander from Vandergrift, Pennsylvania.
Vandergrift.
Yeah. Race number 95, Matt Dorsum in the 95 Kit Fox 4, which is Yamaha Apex powered. He's from Lancaster, Kansas. Jay Longley, race number 33 in the 1966 Cessna 172. This aircraft's name is, it says the team name, but I think this aircraft's name is Cosmos.
Cosmos. That's for Jay?
That's cool.
All right.
Then we have race number 67, David Warren, and the 1967 Piper PA 18150 as a Super Cub.
18150.
Yes. He is from Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
I
hear that name so much. Never been there. Don't know anything about it.
You got to go through, man.
Mobile. I hear that a lot in movies.
Yeah, we need to make a visit down to Alabama. And
we should
go to like the CMP. Go buy some M1 Grands.
Oh yes, the Citizens Marksmanship Program.
Oh yes, that would be super cool.
Keeping America alive, like that.
And then we've got Bob Hospotter. Don't have a race number for him, but he is going to be flying a WAG Aero Super Cub. There hasn't been a lot of those on the circuit.
Yeah, I got a tail number for 218. My Alpha.
Yep. And then race number 91, Doug Auclair in the 1949 Stinson 108-3. His aircraft's name is Charlie.
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 Because he gets Charlie horses every time he goes out there and tries to clean it, because that thing is a lot of work. Charlie.
So he's had that aircraft for 9 years, and he said that, yeah, if he could redo it, polished is probably not the way, but it just looks good.
It's all about the chicks, right?
It really is.
All right. That is such a beautiful plane, though, a classic. And, you show up to an antique air show in a polished plane, even the people who fly the same airplane that is not polished, they just even they've got to have admiration.
Yeah.
I mean, they might say, better you than me, but man, I'm glad you do it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like a P-51,
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Or how about the B-25s?
Oh, yeah, like Panchito.
That are polished?
Goodness.
How many?
Yeah.
I would like to talk to the crews who do that, how much work that is. That's got to be an entire crew, and they must come in like a week before the event and start doing that.
Yeah.
And to think that's been done since, I don't know, the 1940s. It's like, how much aluminum's left on those planes after polishing it that much? Man.
It does have to be thin.
Do they do a punch test on aluminum like they do fabric?
I would be lying if I said yes or no, but I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah.
There's got to be some type of test.
Maybe
though.
a real AMP out there could, share with us.
Yeah, chime in the chat.
In the comments, yeah. All right, so Dennis Rowe up to the line. Race 57, 2020, just Highlander with the Apex powered. This is a naturally aspirated Yamaha engine. And look at him go. Ooh! He just leaped off the ground. He kind of had a headwind.
Yeah, he did have a headwind.
For that moment.
Oh, man, and we don't have any cones on the other side of the runway, so I can't even guess.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we don't know, do we?
Yeah. And I don't have a score sheet, so we are
well,
going to be shotgunning it right now.
So Mount Dorsum in the 95 Kit Fox 4. This is of the classic Kit Fox folks. This seems to be the model of aircraft that, I see a lot of people that are really, really experienced, high-time pilots, and they're flying around Kit Fox 4s.
Yeah.
They've got Cubs, they've got other aircraft. Like, why do you have a Kit Fox 4 of all the different models? And every one of them says this was the last really great maneuverable airplane. It's the lightweight one. And traditionally as airplanes go, they get bigger and they get heavier.
Yep.
And they said this was the one that stayed light, and as soon as they went to the next model, it got heavier, and inevitably it got more sluggish. However, they'll carry more. This is kind of that. And for people who like the plane really sporty, that's the one they like. And for people who want to go places and camping and do stuff, they can still do that. But the new models after that probably have a little bit more carrying capacity and a little bit more capability. But maneuverability, that 4 is where it's at, is what I understand.
Yeah. All right, Jay Longley just taking off in the 66-172.
Yeah, and Dennis Rowe showing that he's never had any interest in flying for the airlines. Coming in here, turning at about 50 feet before the final runway landing. That's how you do it in the backcountry.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see a heavy slip here in a moment.
Yeah, look at that. He's just sinking. He doesn't even need it.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty good flaps, as you can see on those wings there. Taken more than half of the wing, as opposed to some of those the original Cubs would have a little bit smaller flaps.
Yeah, we're talking about the inboard control surfaces that you can see that are down on the trailing edge of the wing.
That was he scratched, but that was a beautiful landing.
It was so
good. It was
good.
a gorgeous scratch. I mean, that's one of the best looking scratches I've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
He just set it down just perfect.
That engine just sounds
It
so
is unique,
good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So those engines can turn 10,000 RPM on takeoff. It's like about a 4-to-1 in those gearboxes, and so the prop's still turning at its normal speed, but those engines can scream, producing a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
So that's where you get that 160 out of a naturally aspirated engine that still only weighs 220 pounds. So this Kit Fox is getting a little slow. He's going to get some, if he hits those burbles, there it is. He had to hit the throttle and get back up again.
Yep. Now he has flapper on, so they extend the whole trailing edge of the wing.
They do. That was a nice landing. He got on
that
throttle
was a
right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Landing. Oh, Is she clapping?
She
Was that a clap or
that
a
looked
X?
like a scratch to me.
That looked like a scratch.
It looked like an X. Strike that.
All right.
So it is tough to judge the landing in this air. When the air is moving all around, nothing's consistent. They don't really know what they're doing as far as what's the wind doing right now.
Yeah, and that's generally just what happens when you have a tree line that's pretty close.
Yeah, it is.
Well, a tree line that's on airport property, period, is going to cause the winds to whip.
You know what happens at Sun and Fun every year? You know, they get in the evening show, and the trees stop at about 3/4 of the way down the course, and the planes will hit that, and the air completely changes, and it makes it really, really challenging. So, but I'm going to say that these pilots have executed those landings just superbly for what they're given. Although they scratched, they're keeping it safe and landing on there very smooth.
All right, Jay Longley. So he's using the asphalt runway. He's one of our new pilots.
He is using the asphalt.
We were all talking last night before you got here just about experience and just being safe and wanting to compete and contribute, but also like just making sure that, you know, the pilots are comfortable as well as everybody on staff and the air bosses. So, you know, we're happy to have Jay out here because this is intimidating now. I remember when National STOL started and I didn't know anything about STOL. I was just watching on YouTube the Central Florida Classic, and now, you know, there's so many eyes, there's so many competitors, and everyone is pushing the envelope of the sport.
That's right. Especially these two guys running the Yamahas. If you see a guy running a Yamaha, it kind of means they're serious about competition.
Yeah.
There's other great engines out there too.
Right.
Other great engines. You know, there's the Rotax units have done really, really well and continue to do really well.
Yeah.
But typically, when people spend that kind of money on an engine, they want to kind of, hey, let's just keep this stock. We're not trying to modify anything. It's a little complicated.
Yeah.
The guys that typically run the Yamahas are like, hey, let's just change everything. So let's go for it. We're going to do it. So there's a little bit of a correlation there, and people really trying with these. So when you see that, it's like people take a second look. Ooh, we got up there quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, those slats are really helping him. He's one of the very few aircraft, Kit Fox aircraft, that are running slats, and I would say running slats successfully. What's different about that aircraft is that it is also running the piggyback STOL kit from Snake River Bush Planes, and that is a unique wing, so that is different than most of those aircraft.
Okay.
You know, Brian Bowen's running one of those, if I'm not mistaken, and they've had really good success with their takeoff distances. You know, it adds a little bit of weight, but the weight that it adds is negated by the way extra lift, and they're still landing shorter. So anything you do to a plane, adding to it, you're going to add weight. But if you can make it up either in power or in lift capability, and that plane seems to be able to do it. And so hats off to the creator of that wing, kind of bringing it back maybe to the Avid Fly original design perhaps, or maybe even better than that. Rich Kimball is the creator of that. That's a brainchild of that wing right there. And then adding the slats on that certainly doesn't hurt. So I was doing a good job there.
Yeah.
I love this steep approach.
This
is how we do it in Idaho in the backcountry. Coming in steep because you got tall trees, you got tall mountains coming in there, and that's the way to do it. And Denny's showing us he must have been back there a time or two, I'm guessing.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say some of this backcountry flying out here in Pennsylvania looks to be pretty challenging.
It does.
It does. Well. Plopping it in.
Nice landing.
Yep. We got double thumbs up from Anitra.
I must say, I don't see slats on Denny's plane, and I don't know that you often see. He's got cuffs. He's running cuffs. I think those are perhaps the Steve Henry cuffs on there, but I don't see a plane land that slow, adjust aircraft, and without slats.
Yeah,
he's doing a really, really good job getting that angle of attack in by adding tail weight and all that, and he's doing just excellent with what he's got there.
Yeah, and so what we're talking about with the slats is essentially, I call it a wing in front of the wing.
That's true. That's a good way to think of it.
And it's going to allow you to have a greater angle of attack at slower speeds. And so, watch Matt Dorsum plop it in. That's a scratch for Matt Dorsum.
It's okay. He's safe. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
And the wind died down, so
It did.
Yeah.
And
so
it just
that's-
dropped out. He's probably expecting one thing and got something else.
Yeah, because if we would have had that rear quartering tailwind, that would have been harrowing. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with the slats, like they allow you to have just ultimate control, if you will, at slower speeds and at greater angles of attack. I've also read that there's a Venturi effect that's going on there. So like that air that's getting pushed in between, that ram air that's coming in between the slats and the leading edge of the wing, is also blowing actual air over the wing.
Yes.
So like you're getting, it's kind of a cheater, really. It's just kind of like, when you stick your hand out of the window and like you make different shapes with your hand, and you can feel the air, like you can feel it lift your hand, or you can feel that stopping motion. And yeah, that's essentially what the slats are doing, except you've got that happening in front of the wing, and we're still keeping that air attached to the wing at slower speeds.
Yes, and by doing that, having those slats more out front, you also increase your center of lift forward, move it forward just a little bit, which helps with that angle of attack and helps you get a little slower. So that's exactly right. Now, is he running full flaps there? Because that 172 doesn't.
It didn't look like
it. Doesn't look like full flaps.
And
to
I
me.
wonder if he has electric flaps.
And he's starting to bring them up.
Yeah.
That could be. Looks like they're still down now.
Yeah.
I have electric flaps in one of my planes, and I love it. It's super easy to just like push the button and here it comes and forget about it. But you cannot get them up or down fast enough.
No.
Yeah.
And that's why it's very cool to see John Douglas fly, because his 182 has electric flaps, so he's not popping them like you normally would in the backcountry.
Right. They're not coming back up, so stop distance is going to be longer because it's keeping wind on the wing. And Dennis Rowe on the run. He pulled a little early.
Just a little early. And so what we're talking about when someone pulls a little early, he's pulling the stick back, increasing the angle of attack of the leading edge of the wing into the wind and trying to get lifted off. But if you don't see the airplane lift off at that moment that he pulls, it's a little early. Sometimes the pilots will choose to do it a little bit later, and then we'll say something like, he could have done that maybe 20 feet earlier.
Yeah, and I think that this tailwind, the tailwind is they need to pull later because they kind of get a feel for where they're going to pull and ends up being later. Yep. So this tailwind is definitely upon them right now. Oh, he got it.
Yeah, that was perfect. Right on the money.
That was right on the money. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if he can make a matching landing on this run for Matt Dorson, that would really set him ahead.
Yeah, I need to figure out if I can get the score sheet up. Usually we have like a laptop. Ryan's running the laptop.
Yep.
And he has all the links, and I haven't seen the score sheet in a while because it's usually right in front.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not going to say why. Just going to keep that to myself. I'll go check with the boss man.
All righty. So Jay Longley taking it back to the barn. Matt Dorson is he is on downwind right now. He's number 2 for landing. Right now we've got Dennis Rowe. He's making his base final turn at that steep angle that we like. It's very dynamic looking, especially against the backdrop of all the clouds. So he's swinging it around right now. You'll see him, his flaps deployed. He's just getting it gauged in. And you'll hear him modulating the throttle. When he introduces more throttle, he's going to have a little bit further distance of lift. Looks like that's a scratch. Which, folks, these are challenging conditions. So, like, we see scratches, we see long takeoffs and landings. Like, it's okay because they're doing what they can with what they have. Anytime you're getting pushed on takeoff or landing, you're gonna go further than what you intend. So, are seeing a lot of airmanship, some great airmanship right now. Matt Dorsum on final right now. Flapperons deployed. It is a, yeah, looks great. Looks like a good landing. It's going to get it stopped. All right, race control is telling us that Dennis is actually going to do a test for runway 24. So this is going to be the opposite way that we've been running the runway. 24 is going to be the direction in degrees, so 240 degrees, which is to the east. All right, he's getting in position. He is on the line right now. He's going to take advantage of this right quartering, or this right crosswind. All right. There we go.
Look at him climb like a homesick angel.
All right, so now I have scores. We can see who's better than who. So in this first heat, we have Matt Dorsum in first place with a combined total of 265 feet.
265.
Yeah. Number 2 is Dennis Rowe with a combined total of 293 feet.
293 feet for Dennis Rowe.
And then Jay Longley with a combined total of 700, which is excellent for that 172. Him being a first timer with us, like,
yeah, that is not bad at all.
We're usually accustomed to seeing like what the max score sometimes in those situations where it just tops out at 500.
Right. Right.
So I mean, like for him to be scoring 700 in his shortest combined total, that's excellent. Because it could be 900 or 1,000 very easily.
It could be. It certainly could be.
Especially with him on the asphalt. So good things coming from Jay Longley and the 66 172. All right, so Dennis Rowe is on short final. We would say that's a scratch, but he is actually just testing the runway to see if it's feasible for us to switch runways. We weren't going to, but the wind is so variable right now, so might as well take advantage when we can, and we'll figure out what's going to happen with that here momentarily.
He sure has pretty good ground control, not just air in the air, but also pretty good ground control on that Highlander as well.
So race control is telling us that the wind is the same either way. So this next heat is going to take off on 6. So we're going to continue in the same direction that we have been.
Boy, it's just that wind is just all over the place today.
Yeah.
Looks like it's very low right now.
Right? Like it kind of died down.
And here it comes again.
Yeah.
All right, I see the Super Cubs, 2 Super Cubs spooled up right now.
All right. And so while we get them all set up, let's talk about Lift Aviation USA. Some of our pilots are sporting Lift Aviation helmets. They have donated a couple of helmets for our pilots to use. Usually it's the rookie class because no one knows that they're going to be invested in this coming into the competition. So we have some helmets that they can use because it's a requirement for all of our pilots.
We've had some experienced guys show up without a helmet recently and need them as well.
We have. Hold up the competition for a little bit, but it's okay.
That's all right.
But with Lift Aviation, Lift's love for flying drives them to deliver only the finest in aviation products to market. They believe today's pilots deserve much more than what is currently offered in the way of products they wear in the cockpit. Lift Aviation is bridging the gap and making products that are stronger and lighter you can trust.
They are stylish. They're probably the most stylish helmet.
They really are stylish.
They are.
I mean, like, I'm mad that they're stylish.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm such a function over form guy that, you know, I mean, you can't turn your nose up at them. They look good. You look cool wearing them. You know, especially the carbon fiber, the model that they have, I think it's the AV1. I might be making that up, but I remember that they do have a carbon fiber helmet that looks very like, it was giving me some Green Ranger, like Mighty Morphin Power Ranger vibes. It's a really cool helmet.
I think I seen Del Collar wear that.
Yeah.
He was flying the Jet Waco. He was wearing that carbon fiber one you're talking about, I think.
Yeah.
So that was, that was a nice looking helmet.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And shoes too. They got some cool.
Oh yeah, you know, Brian Steck used to roll up here with the golden shoes.
Yeah.
And I think now Kyle Fowler wears them at shows.
And they got those sliders on the back for your tail wheel for the rudder, so they kind of slide across the floor of the plane. Helps a little bit.
Yep. They do have like a roll keel.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we got green flag and go means go.
And David Warren is on the roll. Oh, that was good.
That was great. I mean, he pulled just at the right time. Was not too early by any means.
1967 PA 18-150 Supercode.
All right.
And so here's the competition here in the WAG Aero Supercode, if I'm not mistaken, with Bob Hospodar?
Yes.
Hospodar.
And for that takeoff for David Warren, that was 200 feet.
200.
Yep. So that is the third shortest takeoff we've had today.
Look at that tail squat down.
Yeah. That WAG aerial. The WAG Aero Cub looks so good.
Ooh! Oh, look at that. You don't see that very often.
You don't see that very often.
No, that thing's got some power.
Yeah, so the mains left the ground while the tail wheel was still touching. And they're going to measure from where the mains last touch. It's okay that the tail wheel is up there. He's got smoke, too.
Look at that.
All right, Bob.
Nice.
Yeah. Got a smoke system on the WAG Aero.
That was nice. So one thing that hurt him is you'll notice that the wheels bounced a couple of times before he left the ground. And that is a real hindrance. If you can get those mains to stay on the ground until he's ready, you'll get your distances a lot shorter.
199 feet on that takeoff.
Not bad.
Bob Hospodar. Or Hospodar. We'll figure it out.
All right. Doug Auclair in the 49 Stinson. He's off.
See what that number comes in as. So right now our numbers go to 300 feet.
They might just call it 5.
Yep.
That's what I do. It's easy. Just call it 5.
Yep.
We're good.
5.
Yep.
And then David Warren turning base final.
Yeah, it's interesting. These certified Super Cubs really identifiable at a distance for you and I with the much shorter flaps than some of the newer experimental ones. They decided, let's go with the – and, you know, when you're getting really slow, you don't want to be using those ailerons anyway, so you don't need ailerons out there as aggressively as originally thought, because now you should be using the rudder instead.
Right. And so that is David Warren across the line, good to go. So with the ailerons, so when you're this slow and you're on final, your ailerons are mushy. And what we're talking about are the outboard flight controls. So if you're looking at the wing right now on the trailing edge, they're the flight controls that'll be moving moving about a lot. You know, when you're seeing them on final, they're very mushy. They don't have a lot of authority because there's not a lot of wind going over them. So you need to be focused on using the rudder, and that's something that's really counterintuitive to a lot of pilots.
Right. And it needs to not be if you're flying a tail wheel.
Yeah, it really does
or
not
flying slow in general.
All right, we got a couple of bounces.
Yeah.
From the WAG arrow.
He must have gotten a good tailwind right when he set down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of out of his control.
But if you were looking at Bob's flaps, they were a little bit bigger than David's.
Right.
So, I mean, he had a little bit more cord line, so the length of the flaps on that WAG Aero Super Cub.
Yep. I love his tail number 218, Mike Alpha. Mike Alpha is the series of Mercy Air helicopters that I worked on for many years as a flight paramedic. That's my favorite call sign, Mike Alpha.
Doug Auclair.
And he's getting on it. He is getting on it.
So, yeah, I mean,
it is not often you would see one of those beat out a Super Cub. So,
yeah.
He definitely caught a tailwind there, but outstanding job.
So David Warren on that last landing was 230 feet for a combined total of 430 feet. That puts him in third place. We've got Bob in the WAG Aero Super Cub. His last landing was 550 feet, so that puts him in fifth place with a combined total of 749. And then we have Doug in the Stinson 108, 500 feet on takeoff, 550 on landing.
That's good.
Yeah.
To be able to get them both, consistent like that.
It doesn't matter if he's sixth place. Like, that is
consistency.
It's consistency, and he's flying an aircraft that really is not geared for this type of competition.
Nope. And he's doing it smooth.
Yeah.
And there's an award for most consistent. So that's something he could look forward to.
Yeah, and also, speaking of most consistent, don't forget that you can vote for your favorite pilot. So if you like Doug's, Stinson, Charlie, you can vote for them at nationalstol.com/vote. They will get a prize at the end of the competition for being the most popular, essentially.
That's right.
Homecoming court.
Hey, do you and I count for most
we're
popular
pilots.
pilot? Does it mean you have to be flying?
I think it means you have to be flying because Ryan, we tried to jump in on it ourselves, and then
you weren't on the board. They can't vote for you.
No, they can't vote for us.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, that was a good takeoff there.
Yeah, from
by
David
David.
Warren.
He got up pretty quick.
That is going to be 191-foot takeoff, so his shortest takeoff so far.
All right. And we're at about, what is the elevation here?
Let's see. Elevation here is going to be 1,458 feet.
1458. So, altitude isn't an issue, so that's not what's causing it to be long. The DA isn't really an issue because it's cool.
Yep.
This is just all going to be tailwinds that are pushing these guys down. Of course, this looks like a headwind right now. Ooh.
All right, Bob.
I'm going to say he pulled a little late on that one.
I would say a little late. I mean, really interested in seeing what the judges are going to say on that, because I would say that was a sub 300-foot takeoff, but I feel like we're going to see 300 feet.
He cut his air pressure in his tires down by half. He could get that distance down quite a bit, which is shocking because you'd think, well, lower angle of attack, but boy, if you just get rid of all those bounces, it's remarkable.
And they're doing a good job out there judging because that was a 245-foot takeoff.
Okay.
From Bob.
All right, Stinson, here we go.
Okay, big dorsal fin Stinson.
Yes. Boom.
Yep.
Like Katie Waito and Kathy Page used to use at Reno to get off the ground in STOL drag. They'd use that ramp in the middle of Reno and just get it off the ground that way. I think he was actually already in the air, and I think that thing came up to him. I don't think that should count.
Yeah.
All right, here comes a Super Cub, and we have a headwind at the moment.
Ooh.
He's playing it safe, dropping it in.
Good
on
to
the
go
brakes.
for David Warren.
All right.
Let's see what his number is going to come in at. He is currently in third place. This is his second landing. 207 feet on that landing. So his combined total is now 398. Still keeps him in third place.
All right. You know, I've seen it go both ways with that belly pod. Sometimes people will consider it a hindrance. Some people will consider it help. And sometimes it's just kind of doesn't really matter. They put it on there. It creates a little bit of lift for them.
Yeah.
And so they decide to keep it.
Yeah, we've seen that with Rick Boardman.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Rick
with
Boardman.
Kathy Page as well.
Yeah. Boy, look at that burble just moving around there.
Yeah. He's going to give up
There's a bounce.
150, 125 feet maybe.
Yeah.
He's going to get it stopped, though. It's probably going to be a 525 situation.
Yeah.
He got it stopped before the taxiway, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or would have.
Yeah.
Look
It
at
is
that
a pretty airplane.
Look at that Stinson coming in tight.
We have 500 feet on that landing, so
500.
Bob is still in 5th place with a combined total of 745, shaved off 4 feet off his last combined total.
Getting better every run.
Yep. And now we have Doug in the Stinson.
Ooh,
Very
nice.
accomplished
It's good.
CFI.
It is good.
Ooh, that was really good. Let's get it stopped before the taxiway.
All eyes are on him.
I think he kind of rolled through it. Did he stop at all?
He did not. I mean,
Did he scratch?
No, he did not stretch. They called it good.
Man, okay.
So, boy.
He's not going to be happy with that because I felt like he could have probably just stood on
Yeah,
those
I
brakes.
agree.
And
I agree.
he would have stopped a lot shorter. So he's still in 6th place with a combined total of 990 feet.
That most consistent award comes from even if you just come to a complete stop, because
Yes.
that gets you into there as well. And if you don't come to a complete stop, it kind of negates you from being kind of qualified for that.
Yeah. So absolutely everyone. I think I at the last awards, I went off on the pilots to make sure that you're stopping no matter what.
Yeah, and I think this is a different group of pilots. Looks like you'll be going off them again tonight.
Yeah, probably.
And
or tomorrow night. Either
yeah,
one.
tonight when we go visit, we're going to.
We're going to. I'll figure out the brewery company.
It is a brewery company,
Right,
but we'll get that name here in a second. A little early. A
Just
lot early.
Yeah.
A lot early.
Yeah. He's not going to be happy with that.
No.
And once again, I mean, like, you're dancing in tailwinds and, like, right now, essentially a crosswind.
Yep.
I mean, you're used to seeing these numbers and pulling at those numbers or singing your song or counting or whatever. And it's going to be a little bit longer than usual because of these wind conditions.
Easy for us to say.
It is easy for us to say. You know, I look down at my gauges and I'm like, all right, cool, 48 feet, I'm good. 48 mile per hour, I'm good. Let's pull.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, today would not be that. Today I would be disappointed with myself.
Yep. And I'm willing to bet these aircraft on the line right now actually still have gauges.
Yeah.
Like we do.
Oh yeah. Some steam gauges.
Steam gauges.
I don't know. Maybe that WAG Aero's got a little, maybe a MFD in there, like.
It might.
But it's going to be classic.
Yeah.
It's going to be like your classic circular instrument gauge.
Yeah. And got a bounce, and then he's off. Not
Yeah.
too bad.
That's really hard to tell from where we're at because I feel like,
275. I'm going 275. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I would say that. But I feel like there was a lot of daylight underneath the tires, and we didn't get to see it because we kind
Right.
of have like an
Yep.
embankment of sand in front of us. So
Yep. And that's
Yep.
why we defer to the experts on the line.
That is true. In fact, 278. Very close, sir.
Well, I consider myself a professional airplane watcher. It's part of my job as the crew to watch other planes and watch our plane and see what it'll do.
Yeah.
And where if there's something we can improve on.
Charlie on the go. He's gonna.
Oh yeah, see, 492.5 right there.
I'm not gonna argue with that. Professional airplane watcher. That reminds
Professional
me-
airplane. That's what I tell people. Professional airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of.
Let me watch you do 3 takeoffs and landings, and I can tell you how to get your plane off sooner. Either with your setup or something you're doing.
Yeah. Usually it's the pilot.
Steve Henry taught me well. He's done this a time or two.
Ooh, so he lost a little lift.
That's okay.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. We're in those type of conditions where if you don't have enough power in,
that's right.
And also in those conditions you don't have enough power in because you think it's assured.
Yep, and both those landings count, so we're good.
Yeah.
So that's right. Oh, he's still not coming to a complete stop though.
No, he didn't stop.
Darn it, he didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, you saying professional airplane watcher reminds me of Ryan Melendez's bio with him being a professional airplane bum or airport bum.
Oh,
and,
funny.
Part-time airline pilot.
Part-time airline pilot.
All right.
He was just telling a story. I think there was. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but hopefully. My hat's off to the company that he works for. I'm not going to say what company, but he was just catching a deadhead flight back somewhere, and they. He's they keep the flight attendants came back and said, "Hey, can you fly this plane?" and he's like, "What?" Like, are you qualified to fly this plane? And he said, "Yeah, it was a 737, if I'm not mistaken."
Yep.
And they said, "We just had a call out sick." And he's like, "Well, I don't have a uniform in the streets. I'm in my street clothes, And he wears Converse, And he's super comfortable in T-shirt and Converse.
Yeah.
And they said, "You know what? Extreme problems call for extreme measures." And they like hop up in the cockpit. He hopped up in the cockpit and flew that plane. He said it was the best flying he's ever done in a 737 because he had his regular shoes on. He said, I could feel the pedals for the first time instead of wearing those shiny, polished leather shoes they make you wear. And he goes, "It was the greatest flight of my life."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which isn't that long. I think he's 12 years old. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you look at him, you're sure he's 12 years old.
You're very sure he's 12 years old.
He sure is accomplished for somebody of his age, though. That's awesome. Now, hats off to him in that beautiful Super Cub that he's got there. The gold ribbon.
Goldie, the Super Cub.
Goldie, the Super Cub.
Yeah.
Is that the name, Goldie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. As a kind of sharing the awareness of cancer and leukemia, and check out his bio if you haven't seen that yet.
All right, so that is our Bravo heat, and we're going to come back to the Alpha heat again after this message.
What's up, Av Geeks and STOL Freaks? Welcome to Lone Star STOL here in beautiful Sulphur Springs, Texas. It's Luke Spore, everybody, 2019 American Legend Aircraft MOAC. A round of applause for Chuck Olmstead. In the gray and orange MOAC, Brian Shirley, everybody. Give a round of applause for Brian Steck. You might be sub 60 feet on that one. It's an unlimited class. It's what you've been waiting for. That's right, the Beast Mode MOAC, Colin Geneva.
Oh my goodness gracious. Frank Knapp showing that he deserves to belong here. Whoa, that was legendary.
And we are back in Clarion, Pennsylvania for Appalachian Mountain STOL.
Where Dennis Rowe just landed his first of the rounds of his 3 rounds that he's doing. Or second, actually.
Yep.
Second of his 3 rounds.
We're on our second
All
round.
right. We're waiting for that score to come up right now.
His takeoff was 150 feet, and that landing was 201 feet.
201. And again, he's got some weird winds here, so not his best, I'm sure. Not the aircraft's capable best, but nobody's, I think, hitting their best right now with the way the winds are swirling.
Yeah, so his best 293 combined total. That last one was 351. So his first run.
265. No, I'm sorry. That was Dennis 295 on his first run, yeah. On his best of his first 3.
Well, let's see. It should be 2. Unless they changed it. Could have been changed.
Oh, it happens.
It does happen.
And he's not coming to a complete stop.
Oh, come on, Matt.
Matt, you got to stop. You just can't teach these pilots nothing,
Man.
right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get on them tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get on to
All
him.
right. Okay.
So Matt Dorsam's last takeoff was 130 feet. That last landing 500 feet. So a combined total of 630.
Mm-hmm.
So not his best run, of course. His best run was 265 feet.
265, which is pretty good. And D Rose rolling up to the line.
So
In the
let's see.
2020 Just Aircraft Highlander. No slats on this one. But he is running cuffs.
Yep.
And he is passing through the line. It sounds to me like, if I'm judging this correctly, that they're going to make a line change
Yes,
for
sir.
wind direction.
So race control just informing us that we are going to have a runway swap. So
All right. and informing us, meaning you. All right, perfect.
And while we're waiting on that, we'll go to the chat. So shout outs to Katrina all the way in the UK over there, saying that it looks cool.
We got
out
UK
there.
fans. Check you out.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I did see Rick Holman in the chat talking about Theodore should be out here.
Yes.
Theodore should have been packed away with all of our production equipment, so I will get confirmation to where Theodore is because I'm looking for the homie too.
And Mike Hartwig, but did you die?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then Ray Powell, our steadfast watcher from Berwick upon Tweed in the UK. I only know that because of how often Ray is in the chat, and we always love to see you in the chat, man. So thanks for showing up today during practice. We're only talking about practice.
Got Red Baron Modeling chatting in there. I don't know them. Do you know Red Baron Modeling?
Yeah, Red Baron is he's an e-stol competitor.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I just learned about e-stol, and literally just the other day when I was working with Chris Landberth there in Texas, he was telling me about e-stol. We were watching it on the screen. And
Yeah.
like, what is this? Where's that at? And it looked really real. It looked real.
Yeah, so it looks so real that the FAA had called us about a nose over.
I had heard about that.
Yeah.
Okay, there, Dennis finally got a much better run this time.
Yeah, using that lever action. So he's bringing the tail up and then slamming the tail back down,
Yep.
throwing them into the air. I mean, the wing is helping too, but he's being assisted by a little pop there, if you will. Matt Dorsum on the line, so you can see that he's trying to take advantage of that right crosswind and has his nose a little canted to the right to put it as far into the wind as he can. Tail coming up. He's going to slam it back down.
That was a good one.
Yeah, now we have a race.
Yeah.
Now it's coming to fruition.
That
the short
was
takeoffs.
a good one.
Yes.
That was a good one. Boy, that's Snake River Bush Plains piggyback stole is really making a difference with that, combined with those slats. That is working for him.
Man, that's awesome. I'm going to assume Snake River, that's going to be an Idaho company.
It is an Idaho company, that's right. It was based out of Homedale Airport, and a few years ago moved to the Twin Falls area, where it's cold and windy. And after about a year or two of being there, he realized that it's cold and windy. And who knows, he might be looking to relocate soon.
All right, Doug. Bringing the tail up.
All right.
So he's got that right crosswind, so that right wing picked up, kind of pushed him over to the left just a little bit. That's what happens. He's going to get that dialed in, so in case it happens again, he's going to be able to keep it straight down the runway.
That's right. As D-Row comes in for a low approach, and he's going to scratch.
Oh, disappointment.
Yeah. Boy, and the wind looked like it was to his advantage at that moment. Well, at least on the first half of the runway. The second half looks like it was a tailwind. How is that going? Look at that.
Yeah, man. It's
in 200 feet, the wind is 180 degrees difference from each other.
That is.
If I'm seeing that right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But, I mean, yeah, these conditions with trees, with any type of tree line near the runway, it's going to, the winds are just doing weird things.
And the STOL Queen has relocated herself to the opposite side of the runway.
Yeah,
and there she is.
Better vantage of what's going on.
As Matt Dorsum rolls in the Kit Fox 4.
Oh, man, that would be an awesome picture right there.
It would be. It
like
looks
full
good.
Prop disc.
Ooh,
yes!
He got it.
All right, Matt Dorsum. Let's see where he's going to stop. Oh, man.
Matt is having a good day. He's hitting the right winds at the right time, and Denny is not able to do it. The winds are just at the wrong time. He's either being misjudged or they're changing on him. We got to go around in the Stinson.
Go around for the Stinson.
Yeah, which is great.
And so on that last landing, what are we we looking at? Actually, we don't have to guess because we do have.
Oh, that'll
the
come up here in a
technology.
second. And the Stinson who just did the go-around, that does not count against him. He's doing that for safety, going around. There was another plane on the runway still. Matt Dorsum hadn't been able to get off yet, and that's okay. He's going to go around and do another lap here real quick, come back in and get his score.
Yeah, go-rounds are free. So.
And if he does it right now, the winds are seemingly down the runway, sort of.
I think we've got. So we're having. There's an illusion happening right now.
There is. You're right.
Because some of our flags aren't free spinning.
Mm-hmm.
I
They need
guess-
streamers off the back. Then we'd really
Yeah.
think we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. We had some. Had to get some rebar and do it. Do some backwoods engineering to get our flags up because we were missing some of our stakes. But yeah, so some of these flags may be pinned in place and maybe blowing the only direction that they can. I would say you can rely on Clemens Insurance. Their flag is free spinning.
Yes.
The Legend aircraft.
Right. Needs to be a stiff flag.
Yeah.
With a pointy thing on it.
Doug bringing in the Stinson, going to give up 100 or so feet. Going to bounce it in.
Yep, he's picking up some dirt on that too.
Yeah.
There he goes downhill. Definitely seeing the elevation change in the runway right now. Yeah. And Mike Hartwig is saying he sees a Zenith in the background. Are they competing? That looks like a Zenith 50. I see the same one, Zenith 750. Is that right?
That
blue and white
be.
one down there?
It's really hard to tell.
It's got that extra window in the back, so I think it's the big one.
Okay.
And no, they're not competing, but they are here. We want to encourage them to get in on it. It's not too late.
All right, so we got some transient aircraft right now. Is that a RV or a Grumman?
You know what?
That is a
Grumman Tiger.
Is it a Tiger or
I'm
a
making
Cheetah?
I'm making it up.
Man,
I don't
I'm just
know.
gonna lie.
I think it's an F-18. I'm not really sure.
It is one of the Grumman cats, the civilian cats that you can own. I wish I could have a Tomcat, but that's a discussion for another time.
Well, my wife has like 10 cats, so I don't know. Like, I think you can own more than that. I think. I mean, maybe it's illegal and somebody needs to let her know.
I mean, I'm just going to be very appreciative that Paula let you come.
Yeah, she's becoming the crazy cat lady. So, all right, we got Dennis Rowe up on the line.
And a Mooney next, taking off transient.
I knew what that was.
Man.
And you took that one.
But I don't know which kind of Mooney it is.
It's an M20E.
You're going to go with the Echo?
That's what I'm. And it's got one of those with the bar, the Johnson bar gear.
Yeah.
It's got a Johnson bar gear. Yeah, it does.
Dude, that's cool.
It's running an 0360. All right, come on, did he? Oh, he had a much better one that time. Much better. He timed that one good. And that one was a direct crosswind at that moment. So.
Yeah, these wind conditions are just very interesting. All right. The STOL Queen, Anitra Goddard, marshaling Bob to the line.
Anitra is here on loan from us from Sun and Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun and Fun has sent her over to assist with the National STOL guideline judges. That is so cool of them. They're doing a lot of stuff at Sun and Fun and growing their things and STOL and all that stuff.
Smoke them if you got them.
That'd be a great picture.
Yeah.
Where's the photographer? Oh, you're right here next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're multitasking.
It's okay. We do have a couple of photographers out there. And we also have an influencer out there.
Oh, an influencer.
Yeah.
Oh, I like influencers.
Doing some video. So
nice. Do I know them?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So they're not popular, or I'm not bright. One of those you're saying.
They're not an aviation influencer, I believe.
Oh.
So, our circle of influencers that we know probably.
Oh, gotcha.
The algorithms have not lined up yet.
I
but
see.
after this,
I see.
we'll see her.
Okay, here we go. Matt Dorsum on the run. Oh, good. He
Man.
timed. You know, there's a hole over there. It looks like his tire dipped in it, and he used it as a jump. That is somebody. He's a motocrosser.
Oh, yeah.
He knew exactly how to make that work to his advantage.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so race control informing us that Bob is actually leaving for the day.
This guy right here, with Haven.
So Doug on the takeoff roll, but Bob in the Wag Arrow, smoke him if you got him. He is leaving for the day. Looks like Dennis Rowe is not necessarily doing a go around, but he's doing a 360. Looks like.
Yeah, he must not have liked the Stinson still being on the ground, so we
Yeah.
decided he's going to do a 360.
Yeah.
Or he might just be doing two 180s. Hard to tell from this vantage point.
It is.
You know, which
it is. Yeah, it is very, very hard to tell.
It's a beautiful backdrop. Got the sun on him now.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you want the clouds.
Yeah.
Like anytime you're shooting airplanes.
And the slip, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Rowe.
You can hear him modulating the throttle.
Yep. All right, looks like a tailwind right now. Gosh, he's just not getting the luck.
No, but he's gonna smash it in.
He did get it
across
on?
the line.
He
Yeah.
just needs to get it stopped.
Probably shouldn't say smash it in. He's not gonna break the airplane, but
No.
yeah. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, so just a little bit over 150 feet.
Yep.
All the flags are at 50 feet.
Looks like a pretty stout suspension. Looks like he's might be running the TK1 shocks, maybe, and the original extreme gear from Just Aircraft, those three-legged gear. I
Let's
could be
see.
wrong from this distance. So Matt Dorsum has got a different approach, coming in low, kind of more Steve Henry style. Get in there, feel the air that he's going to be rolling in with. On and off the throttle. You're going to see him watch those wings rock if he hits a burble. He's doing pretty good. Those wings
Yeah.
seem to just stay really stable. Here he goes.
Oh
And
man.
boy, that was a lot of work and didn't get the
Yeah.
return on it.
Yeah.
And he had such a good takeoff, too.
Yeah.
And without the combination of both the takeoff and landing, it's not going to work for him.
Not gonna work for him. So that's Matt Dorsum at a scratch with a 191-foot takeoff.
191. It seems so long, you know, when you think that Steve Henry did a 14-footer at the other day, last event at altitude.
Yeah.
But the winds were more down the runway for him, or more beneficial anyway. What a difference the wind makes. Got his elevator all the way up and still not coming to a stop.
It's okay. We'll get him straightened out.
All right.
So that's going to, we don't have a number for that, but that was a 350-foot takeoff for Doug. Will not be paired with anything because he did not stop. It's paired with a 600-foot landing. So
So Red Baron modeling you were mentioning earlier was e-STOL.
yeah, he's
Like I
e-STOL
said, I
guy.
just learned about the e-STOL, and literally right now it just clicked with me. Modeling was not a runway model. My whole life has been runway models, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
And so he means model airplanes, maybe.
Or 3D
or
modeling
RC.
too.
Oh, 3D modeling.
Yeah.
Maybe he does 3D.
He might do
modeling.
some liveries
Yes.
for some of the pilots as well.
Maybe he's making VGs for people.
And if I remember correctly, I think he is a A&P as
What?
well. Yeah. Dude, the eSTOL community is awesome. So let's talk about eSTOL while we have a chance. Basically, after every competition, after every National STOL competition, in real life competitions, the IRL ones, the weekend after that competition, there's another competition. And
When
it's
you
on-
say IRL, there's literally abbreviation. I'm not a.
oh yeah, in real life.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
I don't know how any
No,
of
no,
this
no, no.
works.
Hey, no.
So
you can be
IRL
honest.
is in real life.
in real life.
Interesting.
So
I'm going to use that on my wife.
so the weekend after the IRL competition, we do the same thing, same place in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you have an Xbox or if you've got a PC and you're running Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can join us by going to nationalstol.com/chat. That'll get you in touch with the Discord group for eSTOL, and we'll send you in the right direction for everything that you need in order to compete with us. So they have an air boss. They have awesome cinematography. Doug's on the go with the Stinson right now.
Yes, he is. Got off there smooth.
But yeah, so it's not going to happen next week for Appalachian Mountain because we are going to be traveling still. So we're going straight from here to Heritage STOL at the Military Aviation Museum in Virginia Beach. But the weekend after is when we pick back up with eSTOL. So it should be Appalachian Mountain STOL, and then I'm guessing the weekend after that is going to be the Heritage STOL. That'll be on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We use those current weather conditions. So if this was the week for eSTOL, whatever the winds are right now is the winds that would be in game. And so
Really?
they're actually flying with current weather conditions.
You know an awful lot about this IRL.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And what I want to know is the different aircraft that I've seen, some pretty like ones that I recognize.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Is there a way to get different aircraft in there? Or-
yeah. So there's a list of aircraft that
I
are
never saw
approved.
I never saw Yeehaw 8 in there. Does that need to get
No,
approved?
I don't think that has been developed.
Who do I talk to? Oh, Red Baron Modeling. That's who I talk to.
I mean,
he's going to build it, right? Does he do that?
He could send you in the right direction if you can't do it. But yeah, no, we have. There are some aircraft from the National STOL circuit, the IRL circuit, that are in game, like Brendan Korn's 205.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
And
beautiful. That's
it
a
looks
beautiful
so
205.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see his backcountry Super Cub when he gets that thing painted. You know,
Yeah.
so they're getting close to having it done, and well, that'd be really neat to see
Yeah,
what he's going to do with it.
Yeah,
That's a lot of paint. That plane is
That
so.
plane-
That plane is so big. IRL. When you
It really
stand-
is.
It is. It dwarfs a 172, and you cannot tell until you're underneath it. That backcountry Super Cubs are huge.
Yeah. And then, so he had that at Rocky Mountain, and then also the Bearhawk 5. So John McCardle's Bearhawk 5
Also,
made its first appearance.
a gorgeous plane.
Huge
gorgeous
airplane as
plane.
well.
Yeah, the paint job he's got. Looks like we got to go around. He wasn't happy with going to hit the brakes there, so he's just going to keep going for a minute.
Yep. So Doug is an accomplished CFI. We were talking
Okay.
last night, and I don't know if
He sure knows how to fly that plane.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, because like we said earlier, like a Stinson is not. It's a backcountry airplane, but it's not a really heavy STOL competition aircraft.
Yeah.
You know, so to see someone flying that aircraft, just like with some of the other oddball aircraft that you normally don't see or would associate with STOL flying, like Jeff Abrams
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Piperzilla and his
Piperzilla.
Cherokee 180.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we've had a Comanche.
I remember the Comanche.
Yeah, that was at
Yep.
the Central Florida Classic a few years ago.
Yeah. You know what else we had that you wouldn't normally consider a backcountry airplane, probably because it's so rare in that, is the Turbine Broussard.
Oh yeah, so at Oregon Trail STOL
Yeah.
this year we had the Turbine Broussard, brought by Dale Collier.
Yep, Dale Collar flew that in, and just talk about an accomplished individual and just a great guy.
Yeah,
Just a great guy, and yeah, he flew that thing. I mean, awesome.
yeah.
Like he was. Do you think he was pulling the Stinson numbers with a 6,000? Of course, he's got the advantage of the beta, but
Yeah.
a 6,000-pound plane potentially.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
maybe a little bit shorter than the Stinson as well.
Yeah.
In some cases, I mean, yeah. But once again, I mean, y'all are out there out west in Idaho. Just everyone's a sorcerer, like with an
Yeah.
airplane. It's just unfair, like all the crazy stuff. I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to be out there while the newest P-38 Lightning was making its way through, on its way to Oshkosh.
The newest P-38, because we have one that lives there.
There is one that lives there?
There's the one that lives there.
Okay.
Yeah. Will you come out next time? I'll have to go I'll have to go introduce myself to the gentleman and find out who he is. When I'm working on the.
So that wasn't that wasn't the new one that just got finished. That was at Oshkosh, because it was silver. You said that this one was silver.
Was that one a miniature?
No.
There was a miniature one.
There was a miniature one
that
I think has 2 Rotax.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think it's got dual Rotax engines.
Okay.
But it is so spot on miniature. Like,
oh,
it
it's
is
perfect. Like, I had to ask myself, is that a real one? Because you know, I'm not next to him very often.
Yeah.
Like, is this real? It looks so small.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
But
beautiful. 'Cause somebody had to have hand fabricated that. Somebody knows how to work an English wheel, planishing hammer, sandbag, and dollies. Somebody knows how to work metal. Whoever built that. So hats off to whoever did that. That is amazing.
I think the owner's dad worked on P-38s in World War II, or had the plans to him or something.
Wow.
And he just said, let's go for it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's, man, so cool.
Fantastic.
All right, so we're going to go through some more sponsors. Let's, since we're both rocking them right now, we might as well talk about Flying Eyes Optics.
Flying Eyes. What a fantastic set
Man.
of glasses. I mean, finally, those Pilot's glasses.
Pilot's glasses, seriously.
This little twist. I love doing this. This little,
Oh, dude,
look at this little twisty thing.
And it's on all their lenses, like,
Yeah.
or all their
Oh, that
frames.
is so
like, you
cool.
Can,
And thin.
yes.
Are mine thinner than yours?
No.
No? Yours the same?
No, they're about the same.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow. And they slip underneath this headset. Look at this.
Yeah,
headset.
they keep that headset seal.
Yep.
So when you're wearing your headset flying, like,
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
I've had some bad pain over the years, like trying to fly somewhere.
Yep.
You know, with an instructor, of course, because I didn't really have it.
And they were gracious enough to.
Because I kept piling it in.
Oh man, they were gracious enough to replace my frames and my prescription glasses that I didn't fulfill with them originally after our trailer fire. So, yeah, they were super awesome. Brad and Lauren Davis that were able to accommodate that for us. They also replaced the cruise sunglasses that were inside of the trailer that burnt up as well.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
But Flying Eyes Optics sunglasses are the lightest and most comfortable aviation sunglasses around. As a returning sponsor, our staff and participants can attest to the quality of their products. And yes, we can.
We can.
Yep, my nose is running. I hate it.
Yeah.
Consider supporting National STOL and save 10% by using coupon code National STOL, all together, all caps, next time you are in the market for some high-quality eyewear.
They're worth it.
It's totally worth it.
They're worth it.
And the customer service is unmatched. I mean, it's Chick-fil-A-esque.
Yeah.
As far as the customer service, like,
right.
I mean, they replaced my glasses. I went to the booth and I had my best friend with me, and they replaced his glasses too.
Right. Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, okay,
and it's not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just that you like wear the logo off for whatever reason or something like that. You've been rubbing on something, have it sitting somewhere, and no questions asked. They just take care of it.
Yep.
And I think they even replace them in the first 6 months or year. They've got some. I'm not going to comment on how specific that is, but because it's not trying to get it. It's not about warranties, but they take care of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They definitely do. So
next up, Sarasota Avionics.
Yep.
So what? They are the largest Garmin dealer. Is it in the world? I want to say.
I don't know. It's a big world.
It is a big world.
But flying in America is maybe better than in the other country.
You know,
I haven't been to all the other countries, but it's pretty good.
We have some outstanding freedoms that are afforded to us.
Especially out west.
Yeah.
Where you can land places.
Yeah.
Gas stations.
You know, you got to pee, you just land.
Desert, you just land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get back up and leave.
Right? Because you're too cheap to buy a urinal.
So long-term partner of National STOL, your authorized Garmin dealer and the #1 aircraft avionics installing dealer in the nation. Okay, in the nation.
In the nation.
For panel mount GPS avionics systems. With upfront pricing, superior service, and expert consultants, this is your one-stop shop for the for your next avionics upgrade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now I see them at Oshkosh every year. They got the big booth and Sun and Phone. Yep.
Big blue logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's yellow in there too. Huh?
There's a little yellow because they have that. I think it's a sunrise in it.
Sunrise. Looks like.
And I think they have a white gull in the logo too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then.
I remember them.
Yep. Red Tag Art. So our friend Kelsey at Red Tag Art.
They make those cool like combing covers and covers and like coat hangers. That's super cool. He did some trophies for us that look really good.
Yep, he
really
did the Arkansas trophies when Arkansas was happening the last couple times. And then when I got my private pilot's license, he gave me one of those valve covers. It was a Lycoming key hanger.
Yeah, do you think he'll give me one if I get my private pilot's license?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an outstanding individual.
Cool.
We love Kelsey. Red Tag Art features innovative and handcrafted art and home goods from Red Tag aircraft parts, which are no longer viable for use. Each new design starts with Red Tag aircraft parts and seeing it for not what it is, but what it could be. From bottle openers made from valve covers to turbine coffee tables. Ooh, yeah, that was cool. And everything in between. Check out their designs or start a custom project at redtagart.com. Then we're going to do, of course, we cannot forget Legendary Coffee Company, okay, where aviation passion flirts shamelessly with the seduction of coffee roasting.
I love it.
Hear, hear.
I love it.
A premier air-roasted small batch single origin specialty grade direct trade and with a promise of never bitter, always better bougie coffee. Join this caffeinated joyride and let's elevate your coffee experience to new altitudes because life's too short for bitter dumpster fire brews. Use coupon code STOL10 for 10% off your order.
Nice. I met them at Sun and Fun, and they're just outstanding
Josh
people.
Cook, yeah, he's super
just
cool.
Great.
Yeah, and I can attest to that because when we had the National STOL trailer on the floor at FS Expo in Las Vegas last year, we were just downing some legendary coffee, and let me say that that's what kept me alive during those super long broadcasts, long days of just setting up stuff and talking to people. I'm an ex Starbucks barista, so I do know some coffee. Not saying that Starbucks, because you work at Starbucks, doesn't necessarily mean you know coffee. Like, you go out and then you drink some Starbucks, and then you go find a roastery somewhere nearby, like a local roastery, and then you get some real quality roasted in your face,
I'm still trying to put together, the word Starbucks. I think I get where you're going.
Starbucks.
IRL.
Okay,
what we're talking about here. And, I only do the foo-foo drinks. I'm not really a coffee connoisseur, but I appreciate people who are.
When I was working there, of course, people would ask, like, what's your favorite coffee? And I'm like, the tea. The mint tea. I have to say, that lemongrass just sets that green tea off.
Nice.
All right, and then iFly EFB by Adventure Pilot. So iFly EFB is the complete EFB app for Android, iOS, and Windows. I mean, they are spread spectrum.
That is tough.
There's
not a lot of Android stuff out there.
Yeah, there really isn't.
I just heard today Sarah Henry moved to Androids. I just heard this.
Really?
This is big news.
Sarah, welcome to the club. I am rocking an iPhone, but I only switched over because some of the apps I use are only iPhone exclusive.
Right. With her too. She's all Apple. I don't know what. So I got to wait and find out what this is all about.
I miss my keyboard, man. The keyboard on Android phones is just completely unmatched.
Yeah.
But
you mean where you can backspace?
No. Just I look at a letter and I touch it, and that's the letter. With the iPhone, like, I look at the letter and then I touch it and it's like 2 letters over, and I'm like, dude, fingers aren't that big.
It's not just me.
Oh yeah, no. Android has it locked. But back to iFly EFB. So they cover Android, iOS, and Windows. That has all the advanced features pilots want in the most intuitive flight planning and navigation solution on the market. The iFly EFB team brings together the perfect balance of technology and real-world flight experience. All
We're
right.
going to have a medevac here take off soon, so we'll roll through it a little quick. You got how much we got?
We have a couple more
Okay,
sponsors.
roll
but
through those.
yeah, we can roll through them real quick. We need to fix our list because all I can say about Behringer Aero is that the brakes and the wheels are ultra dope.
They are.
Okay, I mean like
They are.
And I remember when I recognized them just as the red wheels.
The
and
red wheels,
yeah,
yep,
and
yep.
the red brake calipers. But
Lightweight and beautiful and
Yep.
strong.
a lot of the STOL competitors, a lot of STOL drag
Yep.
STOL drag competitors are running them. Like
Yep.
they are very nice, and they come in multiple colors now.
Yep.
So the gold,
Black and gray.
Yeah.
Do they have gold?
I saw gold at Oshkosh this year.
Really?
So I walked by their booth and they had green, purple, gold.
Really?
It's really cool.
How about that?
They offer a lot of colors, which is super awesome. So we are very thankful to have them as an annual sponsor with National STOL. We're going to do ICOM next.
ICOM, the radios, I've been using those for years in the motorcycle as a special events paramedic.
Okay,
We
yeah.
use the ICOM radios across the tracks at Glen Helen and Southern California, the racetrack there. And we've been using them for years and years there and kind of around mountains and all that complicated stuff. And
Yeah.
then here at STOL, we've been using them for everybody on the field and communicating back and forth. They're fantastic.
Yeah. They are providing us with new radios so we can communicate effectively at events. So what you're not seeing right now is the production team just working their butts off behind the cameras, behind the scenes. They're all communicating with each other for the shots that you see during the broadcast and just making sure that all the lower thirds and our Instagram handles are right and our names are spelled correctly. So hats off to our production team, which is also a lot of ESTOL involved competitors.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, ADK.
These
ADK is
ADK. Is this a secret life? The ADKs?
Um,
ADK, the mini ADK.
yes,
too.
yeah, little ADK. They're
Nice.
all up in the ESTOL. But so they've provided our team with new radios, and our line judges will also be wearing the high visibility shirts for safety on the line.
I saw those.
All right, sir. So this is your time to shine. We're going to talk about the EC-135 behind us.
Oh, the EC-135 even took a little bit of notes here. So so this is a medical crew, a helicopter taking off behind us. You might see it on the line there with the stat medic. This is, they run on a crew of four individual pilots, and then usually it's 3 medical crew. So the pilots, they run on a 12-hour shift, and then the medical crew will run on 24s, the flight nurse and flight paramedic on this helicopter behind us. The flight paramedic Mike Holziger is the EMTP. He's actually flight certified paramedic. And then let's see, you got Jeff Reap, who's the pilot. Almost 10,000 hours that pilot has in the helicopters. That is incredible.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely incredible in a helicopter. You know, you're not just pushing a button and going autopilot. And then you got Kirk Porter, the RN. And he is running in the back there or in the front. They kind of alternate usually through there. This helicopter company has 18 bases. They run MVGs, and that helicopter is equipped with IFR, and so is the pilot. Here they come with their liftoff now. As you can see, the main rotor starting to cup up as they start to pull pitch on the collective. That aircraft costs $8.5 million. That is an incredible amount, but that's what it takes to be capable in those aircraft. Oh, man. So they go from north to Erie, and they go east to Pittsburgh. And let's see here. This thing cruises at 130 knots or 150 miles an hour. Whew. Yeah, they go to the Cleveland Clinic as far as they go west. Buffalo, New York to the northeast. Gross weight of 2,950 kilograms. So 2 hours and 10 minutes of fuel and about 300-mile range. So they're off to a medical call now. Based on the the speed at which they move to the helicopter, is my previous experience in that field. They're probably going to go do an inter-facility transfer, or where they go in and take somebody from one hospital and bring them to another.
Gotcha.
That has a higher level of care. You have a different speed in which you move, and when you have those versus a scene call when someone calls 911 for a car accident or some sort of rescue or something.
Okay.
This helicopter does operate at night. However, they're not doing hoist, rescues or anything like that. But they're not running thermals, but they are running NVGs, so they can help find somebody lost in the woods.
That's
if you
wild.
have an elderly person, wandering, they can help, find those. So, pretty cool. Thank you for all the EMS providers and from StatMedic for doing all that you do for all 18 of your bases and crews from there. So, yeah, that's what I know about that little ship right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks to all the first responders. It's not an easy job, and thankfully there are people who are nerdy enough. I want to say a lot of the EMS workers I know are like nerdy about what they do, and that's the type of people you want caring for you when you're in transit to hospital.
Yeah, the cream rises to the top, and those people who are really, really into their job are the ones who are going to get qualified to be able to work that job.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's not the bottom of the barrel folks usually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, but awesome competition today. We had our first flower bombing event with National STOL, I want to say.
We did. It was a success for us. It was a failure for all the pilots.
Yeah, they did not make any points on the board. It's okay.
Not real good.
We'll be doing it again tomorrow. Then we have the spot landing competition that we had earlier. That was awesome.
Yep.
Just a little different flavor on hitting lines and not having to stop, just doing a touch and go.
Yep. The winds were not helping anybody today.
No, not at all. And then of course we round the day off with traditional National STOL competition with our pilots that are here in attendance. So be back here tomorrow.
Where the action happens.
Yeah, we're going to be here at Clarion, Pennsylvania for Appalachian Mountain STOL, or Appalachian Mountain STOL. I have to make sure I correct myself because, my elementary school teachers failed me in pronouncing that word correctly. It's Appalachian if you went to Oak Brook Elementary in Sherwood, Arkansas.
Okay.
Yep. So
that's what happened.
Yep.
Okay.
Arkansas happened.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean IRL.
So be back with us tomorrow. Not same time. We'll get an updated time, but it'll be good to go. We'll have a good time. Ryan will not be here, unfortunately, so he's recovering at home. So if you've been wondering this whole broadcast, where Ryan is, he's at home with family, doing the family thing and recovering after
Hope you're doing well, Ryan.
Yeah. He's gonna be able to breathe really nice now.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, yeah, but from all of us at National STOL, the production crew, all of Clarion that was here in attendance, and Discover Clarion, and the Chamber of Business for Clarion, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is Cam Walton and
Josh Richling.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I didn't cue him right. That was my fault. So
I thought he's going for it.
Oh, yeah.
He's going for it. Didn't go for it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
My bad.
It's all right. I remember it.
We didn't brief it. It's okay. But tomorrow we'll be here again, and you can watch on YouTube or Facebook or on Live Air Show TV. So we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.